This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 10, and it reads, Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. Giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahahakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. This is your brother Ayashar Barzar from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone, coming back at you with another lesson that is edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. All right, I got this clip coming up. You have this Judite woman, so-called black woman, openly admitting that they do not like to be corrected. They don't like to be instructed, which, as it reads here, that's going to be a problem, especially if that correction and that instruction is coming from an elect man who is the image of the Most High, and I'll get to that later on in the lesson. But this is a problem. This is why so many of them are going to be judged in a worse way, according to Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4 through 6. All right. Well, without further ado, here's the video clip.
You still not giving me an answer.
I just gave you the answer. Why do women get so defensive when they're called out on
because
something?
Because you don't want to be honest. You don't want to deal with the truth. You don't want to change.
We just don't want to deal with it.
Exactly. Why? Why is that an issue?
Because we kind of want to do what we want to do, and we don't see you guys. Men complain about things that are just sometimes just why. Why are you upset about it? You do. And I feel
because
like
there's something wrong.
For me.
And the only way to communicate and fix things is to address it.
I don't like to be told
and deal
that I'm,
with it and fix it.
I don't like to be told that I'm wrong. I don't like to be told when I'm wrong.
That's established.
I get agitated when I find out that I'm wrong about something. Okay? I get agitated. And that's why I guess I get defensive, because I just want to do what I want to do. And no, it's not always right, but I just want to do what I want to do. And when you call me out, it makes me defensive, because I don't even understand why you would be calling me out. It's not that serious.
Well, you heard it. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26. And verse 14. And it reads, A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. And you heard it right from her. She cannot receive instruction. She cannot receive reproof. And that is something that, right now, as part of the curses, we are dealing with, as a nation of Israel, as the scriptures say that the Lord, create a new thing, that a woman shall compass a man. I believe that's in Jeremiah 31 and 22. And, when he says go left, she's going right. When he says go up, she goes down. All right. It's going to go all around him and not heed instruction. And here again, that's a huge problem, especially for Israel. And once again, like I said, that's why a lot of them, because they won't follow the order of things. Esau's put them on this pedestal. It's not going to go well with them in that day. Isaiah 4:1 says, in that day 7 women shall take hold of a man, and that's an elect man, so that he can take away her reproach. But for a lot of them, it's going to be too damn late for that. All right, because they won't listen to instruction now. I'm going to slide up. This is Sirach 26 and verse 7, or Ecclesiasticus 26 verse 7. It says, An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. And, you know, just now, you know, we don't wear a yoke, but hey, you know, it's like you grab a little puppy by the collar, you know, which is his yoke, you know, and just shake him to and fro. You know, he don't know which direction to go in. All right, he's agitated. You know, he has no peace. All right. And it says that he that have hold of her is as a scorpion. I looked up some characteristics of a scorpion, and let me start up here at the top. Um, and okay, just ask certain questions. Um, it says, are scorpions aggressive? And it says scorpions are basically shy creatures, aggressive only towards their prey. And who's her prey right now? The so-called black man, the Israelite man. All right. Sliding on down, it says, what is a scorpion a metaphor for? And it's written, psychologist Kevin Dutton saw the scorpion as a metaphor for psychopaths with impulsive and vicious personalities, frequently get them into unnecessary, you can go on and read that, but impulsive and vicious personalities, you know, and that's going to come about that for someone who gets defensive all the time when you try to correct them or give them instruction. All right. Sliding on down. It says, do scorpions, bond with humans? Handling. Emperor scorpions are capable of learning and of modifying their behavior in response to captive conditions. And does the so-called black woman not do that with the so-called white man whose captivity, who is Esau Edom, whose captivity we are under right now? Oh yeah, she will lower her standards, okay, in a major way to accommodate him. All right. However, they are still guided by instinct and cannot be tamed. They will not bond with people. And, some can see that tamed as being a little strong, but no, it's to help guide you. Okay. Help guide you to, not only be the best person you can be, but be the best for the relationship, keeping away strife. Okay. But you cannot be tamed. This is, and I'll come back to this. Sirach chapter 25, verse 25. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And the thing is, if let's just say you have copper piping in your house, okay? As long as everything's cool, that water's gonna run smoothly through that pipe. But let's say that pipe freezes and it bursts. That water's going to go everywhere, fucking up everything. All right. Until you're able to stop it. But by that time, it's going to be too late. All right. Just to give you that analogy. Then it says, neither a wicked woman liberty, the freedom to gad abroad. And when you look up that term, gad abroad, this is from the Cambridge Dictionary. It says to visit or travel to a lot of places, enjoying yourself and not worrying about other things you should be doing. Okay. And, at this state, number one, handling the duties of a wife according to the law, statutes, and commandments of the scripture. You're just not going to do it. All right. And here's another definition from the KJV dictionary. It says to walk about, this is for gad abroad, to walk about or to rove or ramble idly or without any fixed purpose. Okay. Not fulfilling the duties of a wife. All right. Point blank period. So yeah, you when that says you can't be tamed, that's what it is. You're gonna be reckless, whatever you're doing, wherever you go. All right, because you can't receive instruction. You know, for example, your husband tell you not to wear something out, scantily clad. I wear what I want to wear. But you got to defend him. He got to keep people off of you. You didn't defend my honor. Well, I told you not to win. And then what's the chances that he's up against more than one person when you're out there doing that? You have no respect. All right, when you don't respect the man. All right, a righteous man too, especially. I always say when a woman says that she wants a God-fearing man, she don't know what she's asking for, especially a man who knows this truth. You know, she's gonna have a hard time with that because, like she said, she don't like being told what to do. She don't like being told that she's wrong, and that's a lot of that out here. And that woman is aged. Okay, that's not one of these young girls they like to talk about that's reckless out here. She has some age to her. All right. This is Sirach 25 and 20. You know, it says, as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. In other words, she don't shut the fuck up, complaining about stuff, especially when you're trying to correct her. It's gonna wear you out. It's gonna wear you down. You know, straight up. Like I said before, a silent and loving wife is a gift of the Lord. But if she constantly running her mouth about something that's of no significance, she wants to be carnal about, like I said, it's gonna wear you out. So is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Trying to climb up a sandy way. And sand is you ever seen old if anybody, if you remember Walter Payton running back from the 70s and 80s, he used to run sand hills. That's that's not an easy task, and he was in shape. You know, he was in shape. It will wear you out. I think Jerry Rice used to do the same thing. All right. So yeah. So when she's full of words and and won't shut up now, it's going to become a problem where you fighting all the time. All right. And so let me get that. This is Proverbs 21 and 9. I'll get back to those characteristics of the scorpion here. Well, yeah, let me do that first. Proverbs, let me get back to those characteristics and finish that up. She will not bond with people. Oh, where we go? Oh, man. Okay. Technology. Okay. Yeah, lost all of that. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Behavior of a scorpion. No, that wasn't it. Personality. No, that's talking about that zodiac crap. Oh, no, that's that same stuff too. Damn, I hate I lost that. Salakia. Salakia. Had it all laid out too. All right, well, don't worry about it. Back to that, her being combative. This is Proverbs 21 and 9. And it reads, it is better to dwell in a corner of a housetop, or like an attic, than with a brawling woman in a wide house. All right. So, when she's, combative like that, just find somewhere, far away from her, the furthest point in the house, away from her, because it's only going to get worse. And what's worse than that? Just slide on down to verse 19. Now you're out of the house. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. All right. Mad because you corrected her. All right. Makes no sense. And then she wants to flip it on you by quoting, Proverbs 18 and 22. Let me get that. Proverbs 18 and 22. They love to quote this one. You know, whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord. Well, that's not about you. Okay. First of all, you have to know what it means to qualify as a wife according to the scriptures. Okay. The first thing is you're a virgin, undefiled. Okay. And if you were married before, according to the law, that your husband is supposed to be deceased before you go on to the next man. Otherwise, that makes you an adulteress. Okay, he calls that man to fall into adultery as well too. All right, so that's the first thing. But the thing is, this is not about you. It says, "Whoso findeth a wife." Okay, and that whoso is talking about another man, not this skittle shit that y'all doing out here today. Okay, because that's not a marriage recognized by the Most High. You know, as a matter of fact, is he speaks against it in Romans chapter 1. All right, it says, "Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord." And like I said, that's not about you; it's about the man. All right, let's prove that in 1 Corinthians 11 verses 8 and 9, and it reads, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." Okay? Proverbs 18 and 22 is not about you. Okay? The woman was created for the man. And we go into the etymology of the word woman, just go straight to it. All right? Female servant. All right? Female servant. Point blank, period. Now, this isn't just, for any man. Remember what that said. Okay? The woman was created for the man, and that's in a sense of before, the fall of Adam and Eve in the garden. All right? And here's how you prove that. This is Sirach 26, 1 through 3. Okay. It says, "Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife." All right. And that virtuous wife is described in Proverbs 31, Proverbs chapter 31, verses 10 through 31. All right. "Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double." Okay. You're not stressing him out. Verse 2, "A virtuous woman rejoices her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace." In peace. A woman that can't be corrected, or accept the fact that she's wrong, is not going to bring peace to that man. All right. It says, "A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord." Okay. So it's a specific man. Okay. That when he finds a wife, he findeth a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. This is the favor that he's talking about. Okay, it's about him, not about you. Proverbs 18:22 is not about the woman. All right. So make sure you go read that Proverbs chapter 31, verses 10 through 31. And I also believe it's in Titus. It talks about the aged women. I think Titus chapter 2. Let me just pull it up. The aged woman. Titus chapter 2. I think 2 through 5. Yeah, chapter 2, verses 3 through 5. All right. Talking about the aged woman. So I'm not going to get into that, but, that's where it is. Titus chapter 2, verses 3 through 5, and Proverbs chapter 31, verses 10 through 31. All right. So, yeah. And then here's the order. This is 1 Corinthians. Everything has an order to it. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. And it reads, "But I would have you to know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh." That's the order. The Heavenly Father, the Heavenly Son, the man, all right, and then the woman. That's the order right there. All right. And, like it says, 1 Corinthians 11 and 40. 14 and 40, Salakia. 14 and 40. It says, "Let all things be done decently and in order." Okay? Decently and in order. Decently. Let's get that word decently. And go to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Root word decent. Marked by moral integrity, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, kindness and goodwill, okay? Conforming to the standards of propriety, good taste, okay? Free from immodesty, okay? That's what it means to be a shamefaced woman, to be modest, okay? So decently and in order, point blank, period. So that, what is, that's the whole thing with love. When you go back to that order again, 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. Let me go to 7. 1 Corinthians 11 and 7. First Corinthians 11 and 7. Okay. And it reads, "For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, but the woman is the glory of the man." All right. You go back in that Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10 through 31. It talks about, the woman's husband is known in the gates. Okay. He's a man fearful of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay. She is his glory because he teaches her and she follows the instruction and follows the duties of a wife, not combative. You won't see a combative characteristic in Proverbs 31 in those scriptures regarding a woman. Okay? A wife. You will not find it at all. All right? At all. So with that being the case, how does a man glory the Father? Keeping the commandments. Okay. How does a woman glory the man? Follow the instructions. He teaches her. As the scriptures say, if a woman learned anything, she is to learn from her husband who is at home. Okay. It says that if he's not correct, like the scriptures say, even his prayers will be hindered. So that has to be a righteous man in order for things to flow. All right. As the man has to flow with the Most High, so the woman has to flow with the man, decently in order. Okay. What's it? Amos 3:3 says, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" Okay. If I'm not keeping commandments, I stray away from the Lord. Okay. If the woman cannot receive the instruction from me, we can't walk together. Okay. I don't love the Most High. She don't love me. And what is love? John 14:15 says, keeping the commandments. Okay. And when that's that love. That's all we're supposed to be doing. All right. You got to keep those commandments. All right. You have to. And, keep the faith. We know we can't keep everything, in the land of our captivity. But, like the scriptures tell us, you have to rehearse the righteous acts in the places of drawn water. And drawn water is Judges 5:11. Drawn water means the places where you're in servitude. Okay, and we are here right now in Babylon. All right, this is Sirach with Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 19, and it reads, "They that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love him an honorable plant. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed. They that transgress commandments are a deceivable seed." Okay? Adam didn't regard the law. You know, Eve was deceived. You know, as the scriptures say, of the woman um, um, came the beginning of sin, and of her we all died. Let me grab that. Sirach 25 and I think it's 19. No, 24. Sirach 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. We know according to Romans, the book of Romans, with Adam, sin entered the world. Okay, so yeah, but the thing is, when you combative like that, there's going to be a price to pay, especially if that man is righteous. You know, that elect man knows his status with the Most High. We know that we're not going to be perfect. Okay, but as the scriptures say, a just man or a righteous man falls 7 times and rises back up. All right. This is the book of Micah, chapter 7, and beginning at verse 9. And it reads, "I will bear the indignation," that's the righteous anger, "of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me." Okay, colon. "He will bring me forth to the light," this is that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, "and I shall behold upon his righteousness." I shall look upon his righteousness. Verse 10, "Then she that is mine enemy shall see it." Okay, "and shame shall cover her." She didn't listen. She couldn't take reproof. She couldn't take reproof. She wouldn't take correction. She wanted to do what she wanted to do, just like that a woman said in the video. She don't like being corrected. She becomes defensive. All right. It says, "Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power?" So she knows who the Lord is. She called him by name right here. Okay. Before, but now, shit's out of hand. You in trouble now. You didn't listen to him. You couldn't take reproof. You couldn't take correction. You wouldn't follow instruction. All right. It says, "Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets," like mud in the streets. All right. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahak HaKodash, Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow enemy of my Slakia. My fellow Akim, I'm still thinking of the scripture. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. To you, I say Shalom, Abba Babal, Kwam Yasharallah.